Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm reviewing Alien 3. Okay, so going into this movie, I really felt sorry for it before I even saw it. I mean, how impossible is it to follow up Aliens, one of the best sequels ever to any movie? How do you make Alien 3? How do you even follow up on the story? Somehow, an egg got into their escape pod from aliens, and now another alien is loose. This time, Ripley landed at a prison. Now this prison has no modern weapons, and of course no one's going to believe her about anything about the aliens. I think it'd be hard to find a more indifferent way to kill off the rest of the cast from Aliens. Seriously, Newt dies. I mean, she was amazing, and she's just dead. Dwayne Hicks, who was a cool character, he's very likable, he's a very believable person. I think he's someone a lot of people can relate to. He's just dead. Another thing that felt wrong to me is that Sigourney Weaver gets into this brief relationship with one of the people at the prison. It just feels wrong. She was never in any kind of relationship like that before. She had a very close relationship with Newt, but that was like a mother-daughter kind of thing. Okay, from here on out, there's a lot of spoilers. If you don't want anything spoiled in Alien 3, then either skip ahead or just turn off the video altogether. Okay, so first off, one thing I thought was done very well is that the person Ripley is in a relationship with is killed off very suddenly and brutally, and I didn't expect it, and it came as a shock. And I thought that was extremely well done. But here's another big problem I had with the film, though. When Ripley finds out she has an alien inside of her, I was just wondering why it took the entire film to come out. I got that it was the Queen, so maybe it needs a longer gestation period. But these normal aliens hardly take any time at all. I just felt like that was a little contrived. However, that leads to one of the highest points of the film. The ending was truly magnificent. It was pitch perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better ending to the Alien franchise. Yeah, that is until they get Alien Resurrection in there. But anyway, what happens is Ripley finally kills the alien that's running loose, but she still has the alien inside of her. And the company that hired her on the ship in the first film is coming to capture her and get the alien at any cost. Well, she knows that if they ever take it back, it means the end of everyone. She's expressed this sentiment throughout the other films. And this one. And so, instead of letting herself be captured, she jumps into the furnace. It was emotional. I felt that it was the perfect way for our hero throughout the Alien franchise to die. Okay, I'm done with spoilers. You can come back now. However, there were some very, very serious flaws, in my opinion, that happened with this film. One of them that just bugged me to no end was the sound. The sound went from very, very quiet, to where you could barely hear what they were saying, to very, very loud, where you had to cover your ears. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if I was just watching it during the day, and I could adjust the volume anytime. But I was watching it at night, and everyone was sleeping. And I had to keep the volume relatively low. So when they were being really quiet, I turned it up. And then it would get real loud and I had to turn it all the way back down. And it's ridiculous. And it would even be better if I had a remote control. But for this TV, I didn't have a remote control. I had to do it manually. I had to get up and go over and turn it up and down. Every single time it got too quiet or loud. Okay, anyway, now that I'm done with that. Another big problem I had with this was just how underdeveloped the characters were. In Alien and Aliens, every character was important. Every character was very well developed. The ones who weren't very well developed in Aliens, they were killed early on. You never got to learn as much about them. But you were constantly learning more about the people who were left. You learned stuff about the main characters in Alien 3 and no one else. And it just felt wrong for the Alien franchise. The other films had excellent character development. I didn't think this one had stellar character development. I thought this film had good character development for the ones who were main characters, but that being said, it wasn't stellar and you didn't learn much about every single character. Anyway, I will say that most of the acting was fairly good. The people who weren't good actors were pretty much killed off fairly soon. I thought the director, David Fincher, did a fine job. I expected more from him because he's an excellent director. He directed Fight Club and Seven, but it's not a big deal. He did a good job. I think the biggest problem with this film was just the script. I think that a lot of it was very badly written. Some of it was strokes of genius, like the other films, but not all of it was. I think a lot of it felt very forced. Even the idea of how the alien even came into the picture of this movie. Alien 3 has its flaws, but overall, it's a good movie. I'm going to bump it up a few from my personal opinion because I know that I'm being influenced by the amazing quality of Alien and Aliens. Alien 3 just couldn't cut it to them, but then again, what could? So I'm going to give Alien 3 a 7 out of 10. It wasn't great by any means, but it was certainly not bad. So, have you guys seen Alien 3? Comment, like this video if you like it, subscribe to us, and have a good day.